Rowdy.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight.
Ed, always a pleasure to be in the booth with you.
All
it reminds me a lot of my backcourt teammates. Actually, they were faster, could jump higher, and could shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of letters and vowels away, you can go from Cohen to Duhan, just like that.
I got LeBron James and Kevin the bandwagon Durant.
Hey.
Let's do it.
I got you. Pick him up.
DeRozan with a shot that misses and takes it away. To Harden. Fires the three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first.
We take the lead.
It's a second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me. That's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James to Davis. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
I got ball.
Irving. DeRozan with it. Leads 3. It's blocked by Boogie.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Oh my
No
gosh.
good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down.
Good shot. Yes, sir.
And gets both to drop at the line.
There it is.
It's James controlling the offense. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. Horford to Harden. Turned away by Cousins.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Oh, emphatic slam.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Let's go.
Curry all the way, but his shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jog is only going to escalate.
Harden shot no good.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation to Cousins. Inside, he scores. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. DeRozan with the basketball.
My ball.
Not it's blocked by Davis.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
What?
Cousins.
Look at post. Come on, here.
Baseline drive. Turned away
Wow.
by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Horford to Harden. Curling inside. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lead.
DeRozan with the basketball. They're down 3. And buries it.
Wow.
Hey, they'll take that any day. Beyond DeMar DeRozan's game is his character. This is a guy who's become easy to root for.
And it's been a character-building opportunity for him his entire life.
What
I
is
love
with
the
all
fact
the
that Double
stupid
D has used
freaking
his
layups?
platform to try to
Slam
make
it
a
to the-
difference in expressing himself
I don't
about
get
his
why you can't
own
just
dealings with
slam
mental
dunk it.
depression. It's something other players need to do, and it opened the
Oh
door for the
my
likes of
gosh,
Kevin Love
dude.
and also Kelly Oubre to talk
Stupid.
about their issues to the public as well.
Giannis with it up top. They trail by 1. Cousins up to block the shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harden. Giannis off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
That's going to be out of bounds.
It's been a sloppy game.
Irving.
Why?
Off the iron. No good. And that one is out.
Get it back. Get it back.
Rejected by
This game
Giannis.
is garbage,
Don't stare
man.
him down
I don't
like
get
that
why I can't just
afterwards.
freaking.
James. Deep right corner. Davis.
Oh my-
His first effort. Off the mark.
Fucking
Harden with it up top.
dumbass.
Down a point. Rejected by Durant.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Not that time. To Aldridge. For 3. And it's Butler with the rebound. Butler to bring it up. Down by 1. Butler
Jimmy Butler, number
can't
9.
get the bounce. LeBron into the front court. His team up by 1. Aldridge to Paul George.
There we go.
And strokes it. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook,
my.
you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul
So
George to be way
stupid,
more assertive
man.
in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Walker to Cousins. LeBron shot, that's no good.
I'm not even going to say anything about
It's a
that.
one-point game, 13-12. Knocked away at the rim.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The
This game
offense
is
more
on your
worried
freaking
about getting
side
their
right
shot
now.
blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
James to George. No good.
Why am I missing layups?
Gotten him there. Green. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
To DeRozan. He's denied.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with
Let's
their
go.
hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Has a chance and scores.
Good shot.
Tie ball game so far.
We got
Neither one of
James
these
Harden
teams
in
really
too.
able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Wow, man.
Aldridge to Paul George.
Why can't he just stay near the
Giannis in
basket,
control of the
dude? That's
basketball.
freaking move
He'll run the
around.
offense. To Walker.
Get down, get down, get down. Half court, here come, here come.
And Cousins
There we go.
throwing it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the
Damn.
court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Stupid.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Green. Can't connect. It's no good.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Jimmy Butler, that's his first personal foul.
Beal.
Number 4. First
George. Won't go down.
I got this.
Trying to cash in. Horford shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Lillard. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
To Thompson. Deep two there, won't go. Walker into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. And he stuffs it down.
But Marcus
They have
Aldridge.
set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Just
That's
inside
in.
the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter.
Alrighty, guys. This has been a sloppy freaking game. Gosh, oh my.
Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Here you come. I got ball. I got ball. I got something for
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his
So you're a
best?
quitter.
He needs to be
So you're a
engaged.
quitter.
He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And
Yeah,
that's
he
the
just
biggest thing
snagged
for
out
Paul
the
George.
ball.
When he's the guy offensively, he makes those quick shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To George.
Paul George.
4-3. And Paul George good on the quick release there. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
Time to shuffle things up.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours.
Jimmy
I got ball.
Butler
I got
for
ball.
two. Butler with a shot, no good.
Here we go.
Beal passed it off. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Muller to bring it up. His guys trail by 13. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
That's why he missed it.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Irving brings the ball up court to Aldridge. Oh, emphatic slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Curry into the front court. Trailing by 14. Durant with the basketball up top. They lead it by 14. Durant knocked loose.
I'll take that.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lowry into the front court.
What in the flipping
And a
world?
whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Lowry. Butler. Short jumper off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Runner here won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Curry knocks it down from mid-range.
That's what you like. That rip.
Hold on just a second.
Hold on, folks. There we go, folks.
Threw right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of this game. LBJ with it.
Oh, charging. Really?
Steve Kerr will
That
change
is
it up.
some bull.
Here's Curry with it up top. Trailing by 15. LeBron with it up top. The lead is 15. From the painted
Gosh,
area,
you can't just
won't go
slam it
down.
right in there? Like, gosh.
Harden with the basketball. Down by 15. James Harden trying to cash in. To James. And a
Get out
throwdown.
of here,
It's
Curry.
not every day that you see a
Garbage.
6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out.
Curry into the front court. Down a bundle. Can't do that.
Ed, you can't lunge. like
Gosh.
Butler. In close there. 2
Look at that
points
big
on the board.
that. It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Those boys just suck at basketball.
Draymond Green will go to the line
What
to
in the
shoot
world is with...
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Nobody cares.
First try, no good.
If Jacob was watching this, he wouldn't care. He's still taking L's.
This is the second as well. To James. Inside, he scores.
Love it.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Turns and slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
To James. Durant. Rejected by Green.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
First free throw is good.
What did you say? I'll take it. Because it's almost halftime.
And he makes them both. LeBron James with the rock.
Pick up, match up.
Slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Hard shot won't go down. Durant across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Baseline drive. And the slam. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Wow.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now.
Knock that shot, man.
Misses the first.
Why you missed it? Elbow,
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. LBJ.
I got ball. It's all me.
To Davis. Flushes it home.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Runner's good there.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the
Not
contact.
a good pass, too. Of course, he does it freaking slamming right in there.
Green. Doesn't get the bounce. The follow won't go either. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. It's a big finish.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Match up, baby. I got ball.
What? Here won't go. Curry with the basketball. His guys down big and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
KD with the rock. To Kemba Walker. Cousins buries it on the catch and shoot. There's no denying he's a big talent, but he has a large personality.
And his personality gets the best of him at times. When I think about personalities who are able to control their aggression, I think about Marcus Smart, I think about Draymond Green. The biggest key for DeMarcus Cousins, controlling his emotion instead of letting his emotions control him.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Oh, he
Wow.
can't connect. To Curry.
I mean, he's 0 for 3 with free throw.
It goes
Oh,
down.
my God.
He improvises and scores.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Curry, count the basket.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in it. They even throw their bodies into it. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right.
Shot for James Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. It's Steph at the controls. Not it's blocked by Davis.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
That's me.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
DeRozan with it. He'll run the offense. DeRozan unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
DeMar DeRozan is a beast. He's been an all-star 4 of the last 5 years, and he was a second-team All-NBA last year. But unfortunately, us as part of the media and the fans, we determine your legacy by you winning championships. He's still chasing you.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Stephen Curry with a look. No good.
I'm here. I got ball. Hands up.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report.
64-45. Almost a 20-point game. I just snatched that away. Hey!
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The East All-Stars worked hard for their halftime lead. For them to get the lead, I see. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Durant to Cousins. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line and keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Nice finish at the rim. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Goodness.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Curry. Adetokunbo. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
Now it's Harden controlling the offense. Has a look. Harden with a shot won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Cutter, I got yours.
And throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Curry. Cleaning the offensive glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Walker drains it.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
I got him. Let's go.
No
A
foul.
lot of
Okay.
contact. No whistle.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
End to end on that one. 94 feet.
Player on the East. Right now, LeBron. So we're trying to get him to a triple-double right now. It's like a Steph Curry.
For the basket, inside
Ball
or
hogging.
outside. Can any 7-footer in the NBA match this guy's versatility?
Not yet. Not yet, but Kristaps Porzingis is very, very close.
The assist from number
Curry has it.
I got him.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
Oh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Cousins. And hits. Davis with the baseline J. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Davis has really come into his own the last few years. Where is his ceiling?
The ceiling is 3 letters, MVP. Think about last February, the 2017-2018 season. He joined Hall of Famer Moses Malone as the only player in the past 40 seasons to average at least 35 points and 13 rebounds for the entire month. It's coming, Mr. Davis, very soon.
Across the timeline comes James. Looking to make something happen. James to Davis. Here's a chance from long range. No good. DeRozan. DeRozan with a shot off the mark.
Get back.
It's
Oh,
denied
good
by
block.
Horford.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It's Curry controlling the offense.
Get out of here. Get that out of here.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. It's Harden with the block.
That's why
You
a
don't
rim
have
protector
no
is a
momentum in this
necessity
game
in this game.
whatsoever.
Count the basket at the rim.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over.
Russell Westbrook.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. shot that won't go down. Now a steal.
What
on
in
a
the
very
world is with
lazy
these
pass there.
passes?
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with
Let's
the
go.
slam. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting
Like
through,
that logo.
that was the difference.
The Pistons logo.
Westbrook to Drummond. Yes, and a foul.
Yeah,
He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Oladipo, trying to cash in. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Oh, wow.
First one goes down.
Good shot. There you go. Good shot, baby.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Green. He throws it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
It's Russ at the controls. Oh,
Oh,
blocked by
my
Green.
goodness.
That's going to be out of bounds. Aldridge. Giannis with it up top. Down a bundle. Inside, he scores.
This offseason was the summer of Giannis. He discovered so much about the American culture, even some of the sweets. And I see his game has gotten even sweeter.
Walker,
Wow.
not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ballgame. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Westbrook. Working hard on the glass. Westbrook.
What?
It's Klay Thompson with the rock. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Westbrook with it. His guys holding the big.
Get out of
Stuffs
here.
it down with authority. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning
Okay,
the fact
I don't
that,
get no
yes,
fouls, but you
were
can.
the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being
That is
successful.
so not cool.
Sometimes less is more, and he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Hey, good shot.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And he hits. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Oladipo to Walker. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
This has been quite the redemption story for LA. In the 2016-17 season, there seemed to be a rift between him and Spurs management. Had a very difficult time finding his way, wasn't used to being an anchor down low at the post position. But this is the brilliance of Greg Popovich. Sat him down, spoke to him man-to-man multiple times, and got LA to buy into something bigger than himself, which is the reason why he is one of the most dominant bigs in the league.
And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Russ at the controls. From long range. Can't connect. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
And he
Try to
connects
foul
on the
it so I
first
can
free
get the
throw.
ball right.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2.
Fucking dumb freaking shot freaking bars thing.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Hart in possession. His guys down big. Hart, man, that was a tough shot.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
It's Steph Curry with the rock. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Harden. Green with a shot, no good.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect
Oh,
yourself
really? That's a
to your
three-pointer?
actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Drummond with the rejection.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys
Go
off
get
the
it,
screen,
get it,
allowing you
go.
to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Green. That one's going to be out of bounds.
That's over.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Paul George.
Hey,
Beyond the
Green.
arc for 3.
That's
And
good.
Paul George good
Oh,
on
that
the
was a
quick
three,
release
okay.
there.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Cruises inside.
Can't
for
feel
3.
your leg.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Irving to Drummond. Drummond shot no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Oladipo. Knocks down a tough shot. That was smothering defense.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's
Oh
what we're
my
seeing tonight.
gosh.
Yo.
Here's Harden with the rock.
Jordan.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Paul George. Irving. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the
And
last second?
112
That's what I
points.
saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way,
Alright.
committing a hard foul,
Even
or
though
taking
you're
the
going to
brunt of the
suck.
contact.
Do the all.
Free throw
There's no
good, so
all-star
they get the
race in here.
3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. It's denied by Embiid.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Shot by Horford won't go.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
George, great feed, sets it up. And scores, strong take.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week.
Wow.
Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Beal to Davis. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
You are
That's
spamming the
light
crap
work for
out
a
of that
guy with
triangle
his
button,
ability.
dude.
New blood coming in for both sides.
I can't stand people spamming freaking buttons, man.
Davis. It's
Oh
denied
my
by
gosh,
Giannis.
what kind of freaking shot
Sent
is
a message
that?
on that one, Ed.
James Harden at the controls. Lets it fly from long range. That's rebounded by Kyrie.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were
Give it to
yapping back and
DeMarcus
forth to
Cousins,
each
you
other. And that kind of
dumbasses.
communication, that kind of collective responsibility to
gosh,
one
he was
another,
wide open
you
too.
feel that on the court. That's why this team is
Now
special.
you finally give it to him.
And Cousins throwing it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Oh, whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Butler.
That's his 4th personal foul. Team foul.
Straight to the money. I need another comma.
Dude, like,
Curry shot no good. Irving to Davis. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the
Get outta
constant theme has
here.
been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old
Get
soul
it.
at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is. Though.
Me neither.
What kind of pass?
Here we go. I got him.
what?
Cousins to George. And he's fouled.
He's fouled,
And he
man.
earns a trip to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the
Oh, wow,
scoreboard
that's horrible.
doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
So he hits the first, misses the second. Curry to Harden. Has a look. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him
Got it.
left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
James Harden. The shot no good by Harden.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is and we all know he is.
Oh, good
Butler's
job.
good there.
My best player of the
I
game.
tell you, he's so
My
special,
pretty
Ed. He
good.
makes the game look easy.
Well, lot of hard work to make it look easy. Irving knocks it down from mid-range. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How was he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
What is with that slow freaking bar?
Butler. The shot by Butler? No.
I got ball. This is all me.
End to end on that
got
one.
you.
94 feet for the basket. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that
gosh,
this young man
that
is
bar,
16
You
years
have to
in the
get used to
NBA,
some
has
jump
not
shots
had
and
one
stuff.
bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table.
There we
One thing
go.
about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
We got
132 to 86.
Take a moment to talk things over. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Off the assist.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that
What the
kind of
heck?
physical presence. Good to see him
I thought that
beating
was
up on people
Westbrook.
down
Oh my
low.
God.
To Davis. And finishes strong.
And when we start talking about some of the top players in the
I
game,
literally thought
can we
that said
talk about the
Westbrook.
guy that got
Said
first team
freaking
All
Woman.
NBA
Oh
for
my
the
God.
third time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the second leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning
Hold on.
AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
Come on. What are you freaking doing? There he is. I literally thought that
Time
said
for
Westbrook
some
and
new
he said
personnel into the game. With the
Oh,
interception.
wow.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad,
Oh my
you have
gosh,
no
how
chance
can
when
you
you're
get
able to
more
do
wide
all these
open than
things
that and still
together
miss it?
collectively, you will be able to stop a great pass.
Davis up to turn that one away. It's James controlling the offense. It's Westbrook. Shot by Westbrook.
Bullshit
Off the
game.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot.
There we go.
Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest
Damn.
show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
Hold on, I'm gonna send this to Jacob. Let's see. Snapchat.
Almost a 40-point game.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
See what he says.
The East were merciless in this game.
See who the
You ask
All-Star
me,
MVP
and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all of
The All-Star Game MVP.
Yes.
Who was cold?
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The East All-Stars put on a show in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
That was fun.
That was legit right there. That was on fleek.